And now Cecil County in the World, Rob Churnside here again for Cecil TV. And the world is waiting, and the world doesn't have to wait anymore because Gretchen Emery is here to perform tonight for us.
Yeah.
And talk about music and stuff.
You bet.
This is your new CD, If Love Were Enough. And Gretchen, I just want to thank you because you told me you're a nurse and that you came up with this idea with some of the patients you work with. If love were enough, that would be great.
Yeah.
Well, we need more love in the world, for sure.
That's right, and maybe we'd all be okay.
Tell us about this CD.
So this CD, it might be better if I hold on to it while I talk about it. Kenny and I had been working on some original music. The title track, If Love Were Enough, really was a song that just evolved. It just fell right into our laps, and it seemed like we wrote it in no time at all. And that was an idea, If Love Were Enough, had sort of been germinating in my head as I was taking care of patients and thinking, there's plenty of love around here. If love were enough, these patients of mine, they might be okay. We might all be okay. So that expanded from there. And then we put a song on there that was the first song that Kenny and I wrote together called Addie. And that is sort of about the longing for lost love and what's not there anymore. That's the short story. But Kenny and I both had stories from our own lives that were relevant for that song. Then I had an older song called Don't Say Goodnight from many, many years ago, and I thought, I really like this song and never really got it to a place that I think really exemplifies the feeling I have for that song. So I brought up the idea of resurrecting that, and we did. And it sounds phenomenal. And what am I forgetting? Oh, and the bridge. The bridge is a song that was inspired by the events of Bloody Sunday and the March for Voting Rights, Selma to Montgomery, and just really this call to action for, what bridge are you willing to cross to stand up for truth and justice and doing what's right? On the one hand, that's a call to action. Then on the other hand, the bridge is a metaphor for we have to build bridges between one another.
Amen. May I see that?
You may.
Because it's not just you and your husband, Kenny, who will be performing with you here tonight.
Correct.
Guitar player extraordinaire.
Yes, he is.
It's several other people in the band, your performing band, correct? And side people.
Correct. We had a crew in the studio that some dynamite musicians. That was Eric Johnson on drums and our live bass player, Randy Waters. Then we had some session players on horns, Jay Davidson on sax, Steve Jankowski on horns, and Valerie Vuolo on violin and viola. And our producer, Derek Chafin, he even played a little bit of a secondary guitar on a couple of tracks.
And Kenny Kearns handed to be 3 organs, correct?
And Kenny Kearns, how could I forget Kenny Kearns? I'm glad you were reading the back. And then I should just mention then live, in addition to Kenny, myself, and Randy, our live drummer is Tim Elliott.
Okay. That sounds good. And you'll be performing with your band, the Gretchen Emery Band.
Right.
March 9th at the Country Store.
Correct.
The 25th at Stoney's up there on 202 in Wilmington.
That's right.
And you yourself are going to be performing as an Aretha Franklin tribute person?
I'm one of many female vocalists who are going to be a part of an Aretha Franklin tribute, which is also a benefit for Derek Dorsey, who's a Philadelphia music promoter, and that's at the Ardmore Music Hall.
March 19th.
March 19th. Yeah, so all proceeds go toward benefiting Derek Dorsey.
So if we rewind from all of that in a couple days,
Yeah.
what's going on?
In a couple days on March 1st, Wednesday, at the Wilmington Public Library on Rodney Square, will be the Delaware Music Network's monthly open mic, which is a fabulous networking and event and opportunity for musicians of all kinds to get together and do what they do. So Kenny and I became aware of this open mic and started going, and it's run by Joe Bellardo and hosted by Ronan Ali, and they feature different artists and put a spotlight on them. So the featured artists this month, they get a opportunity to perform first and play a couple of songs, and then we are the artist of the month. So when they select the artist of the month, then that band performs next and gets to do a short set, and then they open up the mic for anyone who has signed up for the open mic to get up and perform. So it's a really great. They're doing really good work.
And when does that start? Like 7 o'clock? Or?
Doors open at 6, and the event starts at 7, and it's at the Public Library on Rodney Square in Wilmington, and it's a wonderful space. If you've never been to the Wilmington Public Library to see a performance, I encourage you or anyone to go. It's a great spot.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Now, some of these songs you'll be doing with Kenny tonight?
I think we're going to do one of those, and I don't know how much you want us to play, but we'll be doing at least one of those and maybe another one. So.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Yeah.
I'm looking here at my notes. I don't think we missed anything. Oh, if people want to contact you, if they want to get the CD, it's $5.
Mm-hmm. $5 for the CD.
And contact you at GretchenEmery.com.
Correct.
How about Instagram and all that stuff?
We've got, of course, yes, we've got Instagram, Gretchen Emery Band on Instagram, and Gretchen Emery Band on Facebook.
All right. Well, you're keeping the world posted in Cecil County and the world.
And,
and
the CD is on all those cool streaming sites, of course, like Spotify and Apple Music and Pandora. And all those people can find our music there. So.
And now Cecil TV.
And now Cecil TV. Thank you so much.
Let's hear some music.
Yeah, let's do it. Thanks.